The moment you all have been waiting for air.
Rollys Story.
So she normally gets kept with the Christmas tunes.
So she's more like Ginger's sister Mentley, but not genetically.
I don't really know, but her stats are kinder booty cheeks. I got this info from my sketchbook and just put it in a thing I found on Pinterest. 3. Anyways, let's get to herself as a tune. She's Cosmo's younger sister, and she's around 17, 19. She's around the height of Sprout, being taller than Cosmo even though she's younger. She's short-tempered but can be pretty nice once she cozies up to them, which can take a while. It took her 3 years to trust Sprout. She still doesn't trust him a little. She once accidentally slapped Dandy on her first day. They got into a physical fight, but Astro and Sprout broke it up. She sometimes has a dialogue with Dandy, but it's rare, calling him all petals, no thorns, which makes Dandy more enraged. So Solo is not advised. She goes into the vent system sometimes to sneak food to the basement. That's how she met Yana. She sometimes schemes with Gigi and Connie, and they have a dialogue about that. Rolly goes.
Hypes, Gigi.
Gigi.
Oh. Is it about the plan?
Rolly.
Yeah, how are we gonna get to exit number 1 again?
Gigi.
I'll explain next meeting when Connie is there.
She has many more dialogues with others, but I think it's fitting to show the one with her brother. Cosmo.
Rolly.
Rolly.
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
You're so tall. Rolly.
Rolly.
I tried to stop, I'm sorry.
Cosmo.
Rolly, you told me you were gonna stop. You gotta stop going in the vent systems.
Rolly.
Oh, yeah. Haha. I didn't know you were talking about vents.
So yeah, she's got some issues. D. She claims her scars are from her adventures, but they're really from $H. Cosmo knows this cause he caught her one time, but he pretends to forget and doesn't talk about it. Ginger is suspecting it. Babette denies it and says, quote, she probably is just clumsy. Rolly has ADHD and anxiety. She overthinks and over-apologizes. Even if it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. Anyway, she gets into the most physical fights with Shrimbo and Dandy. She only got caught taking food through the vent systems twice. The first reason was cause they locked the vent while she was still inside, so they found her in the morning, sleeping in the kitchen vent. She got in. Big trouble with Delilah. She states that she misses Arthur and wishes that he was there. In her room, you can see pictures behind her bed of Arthur and her when she was younger. They had a father and daughter bond that was unbreakable, but then, the incident. But with Delilah, it's the complete opposite. Delilah despises Rolly, and in the warehouse, one of the rooms has a letter.
Dear Arthur, I am really starting to get the idea of putting her with the Christmas tunes. She's really starting to get on my nerves. She hit Dandy, then started fighting. She's obviously just a runt. Why don't you just give up on her already? She's just Shrimpo, and you know we can't have that. If you don't fix her, I will also bring more coffee. She's sucking the life out of me. From Delilah.
So, as you can tell, Delilah isn't much of a fan. She has a friend named Bullseye who I'll talk about later. She used to roughhouse with Cosmo, but then she accidentally broke his arm and still apologizes about it to this day, even though it was like 10 years ago. And as usual, she got in very big trouble. She's besties with Scraps because they both have the role of sisters. She's also friends with Gigi, Connie, Poppy, Yada, Bluey, and Bullseye. I'ma take a yap break. Enjoy the music less than 33. Don't mind my munching, BTW. let's get back to explaining. I'm just using this as a sense of BTW. Her ability is called Sugar Rush. It makes her roll out a big fruit roll-up, and it gives anyone who walks on it a sugar rush, giving them a 20% speed boost. Her voice lines after a machine are using her ability,
This is a
getting
song
lit.
about soft drinks.
She's kinda cartoonish.
And nothing
Well,
else.
anyway,
Get your mind
I
out
have
of
a
the
character
gutter.
hub thing on her if you wanna check it out. I'll link it in the desk. Silly, 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 silly. Silly, 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 silly. Anyway, just watch this awesome sauce drawing process.
And let your taste it into something aluminium. Elegant and eloquent and so effervescent. Subtle bubbles and my double feeling ever so pleasant. Never thought I'd find a girl with such a delicate essence. For you with the meal deal, the delicatessen. Saw you sitting in the fridge with a twinkle. Are you
Wait,
a
my
multi-tack
fave part is
or are you
coming
single?
up.
A little sipping and his breath isn't sinful. I'm just finna get my finger in your ring pull. So slot your pennies in the vending machine of love and take that busy little mix that you've been dreaming of. If you curse with the thirst of a lonely man, you can get your juices flowing with some only cans. Every glamorous can has a heart to fill, so I hope that you can handle 330 mil. Get lost in the froth as the foam expands. Get your loving while you're glugging at some only cans. Now you've seen other pace.
I'ma just be real with you guys real quick. Why the frickety frackety chicken bubbly does CapCut make everything proud? Like free editing at my booty cheeks. And then they have the audacity to make ads all over about pro. And to make people pay, they make free things pro. Like, bro, let me have my glisten voice in peace. Also sorry about the mixed up background songs. That's just my music taste for ya. I'ma speed this up.
You can get your juices flowing with some only cans. Every glamorous can has a heart to fill, so I hope that you can handle 330 mil. We can semi-guarantee that we won't be banned. Get your loving while you're glugging on some only cans. Maybe fizzy, but I'll spit a little candor. Sure it's sticky, but we'll lick the spillage after. There's only one aperitif can for Landra. Snap it with the candy, with your candy camera. Can, yes it can. All the can, the Canada, manly can, the can. Noodles, I can noodle in what can food. Mexican cans, it can cool. Scandalously scantily clad in the scanters and decanting at you. Camping with the Scandinavian can under a can.
That's all, but I just want to show you that I got my first main. Shelly! Anywhere by my beautiful maggots, 33.